It's better to show up to the video shoot and get to say, oh, I get to just run and gun today, than it is to show up to the video shoot and say, I don't have nothing planned.
You just be like, yo, I already know what I'm doing. I studied it. You come prepared. You know what you're doing. Let's get to work. It makes sense to know when to do run and gun and when to sit and plan. Because there are times where you have to kind of run a gun and then you're just gonna have to start building a story.
Plan, come with a plan, but if it switches, hey, get ready to run and gun. You can still have some fun.
Yeah, that boy snap.
Oh man, gosh.
Whip. Yeah, pull up in your new jet, man.
I wanna film this podcast, but these combos are just macking, bro.
Hey, give me Slimy one of them combos. Fucking pizzeria, huh?
Pizza one.
Let me get like one.
Ass segment.
Gotta take off the back.
No free sponsors.
What's the episode number, man? Sponsored by BlueChew.com. Fellas, if you want your partner to look at you with wide eyes, BlueChew.com, man. Wondering what the hell done got into you? Well, you sit there and you pull that chew out and you
Wondering
say,
what the hell got into her?
Hey, better yet.
It's episode 5.
We have been planning different types of content for the channel.
I had any shoots recently? I know you did.
The recent shoot we did here at One Sword, it taught us that when you have something planned, make sure that you tell your client this is how it goes and you lay it out ahead of time before you get there.
To the T.
Clients are looking at you for direction. They're looking at you, fundamental stuff, and you got to make sure that you're willing to take the reins on the project.
When it's in black and white too, I feel like it's easier to get your worth from it and have them be satisfied with their worth for it. Because it's like,
it makes you look organized.
It puts control back in your, as a business owner, you gotta continue to maintain control. It's natural. When you go buy something, you as a buyer, you want to try to get as much as you can for as little as possible. That's natural. But if you maintain control as a business owner, you let them know, hey, look,
No,
I have to pay a little money.
You know, as individuals and we stepping up into business, we had to keep it business. That deals with white and black, man.
Let me ask you a question. When you get clients that say, oh, you know, whatever you feel like, is how do you handle those clients? You know, I don't really care right now.
Facts. You can't really do that. You gotta have your white and black. If they just be like, oh, whatever you decide. No.
Those are worst clients, honestly, to get.
Yes,
the ones
facts.
who say they don't care, because then when you start delivering shit, they be like,
And, yo, I need a revision. I need 30 revisions.
I feel like
video game, it was going up for a little bit and then it took a fat decline because everybody's norm just became run and gun. There were so many people putting out run and gun content. Now we're getting back to an age where you gotta tell a story in your video.
Once you call them up, like when you call the client up, you want to really dig deep and know what they really need, and then we can provide our creative expertise to add on to it to make it even better. What if they got a sale going on? What if he wants a certain video shot a certain way and he might not just have the creative ability to think like what we think with the visuals? So you gotta have an aspect of really knowing what you can provide, but then also understanding that I need to get this from a client to know what they need or want in that video that's being shot with your camera.
basically what you both are saying, like, it makes sense to know when to do run a gun and when to sit and plan. Because there are times where you have to kind of run a gun and then you're just gonna have to start building a story.
Right. Facts.
When you're dealing with clients, it has to be less about running gun and it has to be very structured.
Yes.
Because when you're with clients, that structure is gonna save you.
At least you planned for it to mess up opposed to just not planning it all.
Still good to plan.
It's better to show up to the video shoot and get to say, oh, I get to just run and gun today, than it is to show up to the video shoot and say, I don't have nothing planned.
Better to come to a video shoot and be able to have a plan, and then if you got a run and gun,
right,
say like, yo, I got a plan, but since it's not going how it's going.
A thing that was like a downside and now it's become a luxury. Now it's okay, well, I don't even need to do all this extra shit and look at my planning. I can just run and gun this.
I would say that's one of the best feelings.
Yeah.
When you kind of over plan for a shoot, but then when you get there, it's like, oh shit. Like, sometimes planning will give you that luxury. When you get onto a set, you already have that plan so in depth in your head that you don't even gotta refer to it. You just be like, yo, I already know what I'm doing. I studied it. You come prepared. You know what you're doing. Let's get to work.
You don't always have to go super deep and in depth with everything that you're doing. Have it down in your iPhone notes of what it is that you need to accomplish while you're there. Just
Make a little shot list, something like that. You don't gotta go crazy with storyboards and having scenes.
Send your client the project plan so that way they understand what's going on
Before
too.
you get there.
Always know what type of effort to really put into your product. Proper amount of effort depending on what it is you're working on.
So you could deliver a good product.
Deliver.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
You gotta deliver.
Just be 100 with y'all, man. You get these cameras. Yeah, don't get too cocky real quick. In this learning process, we done went through so many things in the past videos, but this is just another step in learning. Plan, come with a plan, but if it switches, hey, get ready to run and gun. You can still have some fun. It's the whole point. Have fun. Create. That's the whole point. Create.
Bring people together too. You go on Instagram and you see somebody that's a cameraman and you like their work, and you see another cameraman and you like their work. Get all three of y'all together, put your minds together, figure out what y'all can come up with.
Yeah, I will say you meet a lot of individuals in this camera game.
Everybody's competition.
Everybody's, it's cool. Everybody wants to be competition, but you can collaborate. Ideas
You
off
could be making movies.
next person.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Right.
Facts.
That's what you don't see. You don't see 3 camera guys sitting on a couch talking together.
You know another podcast that 3 camera guys sit together and talk about
You
some
do
shit?
send it because I'm trying to watch.
Over, man.
I don't. The only guys I know right now I'm gonna give a shout out to is Frost, my boy,
And my dog Sky.
Sky.
Film Riot and Corridor crew, they come together and they do like
So that's
VFX
like
stuff.
two?
It's like a crew. It's like a group of people that come together and they're VFX artists
Yeah.
and recreate things with certain VFX.
You gotta get together with in any industry, bro. You play
facts.
basketball, what do they do? They got a team for it. Really tap in with your people, tap in with your community. You never know what you're gonna learn. I done learned something from him. I done learned something from him. They done learned something from me. Hey, that's a creative cut.
Fucking blur of a video.
Gonna come in with a pack of Blue Chew and
If you guys thought any of these tips or tricks were insightful, you think it'll help family or friends, if they're videographers or photographers, send it to them. Let them know.
Yeah, anybody who wants to learn the craft and just want to sit around and just have a good conversation, man. Share this, make sure you comment down below, and obviously,
Comment.
as always, subscribe to the channel, baby.
come on.
Hit that notification bell too.
Facts, cause every time you upload one, I want you to want to hit your damn phone like okay.
Shit like that.
Hey man, we out of here.
CC.
I'm gonna go edit this.
I'm bad.